What's up guys, it's your boy Hockeyverse, and in this video I'm going to be going over one of the most controversial fights and why I believe that Toji versus Gojo was never a close fight, and we're going to be analyzing the character and breaking down exactly why I think this is the case. So starting out, Toji, as we first see him during the hidden inventory arc or Gojo's past, really did give us a shock as to what his character is capable of and his powers and abilities. But many of us did get very blindsided in the fact that Toji just presents himself as a ruthless, cold-blooded killer, which is just really not the case. Just because we see Gojo for the first time in a fight get defeated and humiliated for that fact, this doesn't immediately hold true that Toji is therefore stronger than Gojo. The only reason why Toji managed to subdue Gojo and ultimately defeat him was simply due to how he managed to outsmart Gojo leading up to the fight that they ultimately had. This was a very methodical and planned out attack leading up to their fight and encounter. A part of Toji's plan was to set up the bounty and have Gojo and Geto face enemies for around 48 hours as a part of his strategy to tire Gojo out and then ultimately catch him off guard once he took away his barrier. And you see this happen as Toji was probably waiting until Gojo lowered his barrier until he attacked Gojo from behind, which he did as he waited for Gojo to take down his barrier, and then only a few moments later did he actually attack Gojo. The reason why Toji waited until Gojo deactivated his barrier opposed to not waiting was most likely due to the fact that if he wanted to use his sword, he would have to use his cursed spirit that wraps around his body to take out the sword from. And this would cause Gojo to notice that there was an attack coming at him, as he would be able to detect it within his barrier. And although this probably wouldn't make much of a difference as the outcome of the battle, it definitely gave Toji an edge right from the start. And furthermore, deciding to take out Toji by himself and telling Geto to take Rika and leave was probably a mistake that could have stopped Toji right there. And I'm bringing this up because of the fact that Geto can use cursed spirit manipulation, which can allow him to aid Gojo in the fight against Toji, whilst also staying by Rika's side. But then again, I can see why they chose to split up, because they realized that Toji was a very quick opponent and an immediate threat that they didn't really have much time either to really think and plot out exactly what the right move would be. So they prioritized the mission over eliminating Toji, who was immediately there. And despite the events that actually unfolded, Gojo can be seen very stressed out and just worn out at this point. And this should be expected, as anyone would be if they had to fend off against enemies for the past 2 days until they have to face off against Toji Fushiguro. And to top it all off even more, Gojo at the time was only 16 years old, while Toji being much older. If I had to guess, I'd probably say around 15 years older than Gojo. As for the fight itself, Gojo acknowledges that Toji is a very fast opponent and can't keep up with him. And although Toji isn't completely undetectable, as he still has his cursed spirit wrapped around him that allows him to take out weapons as he pleases, it's such a low amount of cursed energy that even Gojo isn't able to pick it up in his current state. Well, as for Gojo's rank at this age, well, we know that as shown in the manga panel, Geto's rank was a little bit above grade 1, which would make it fair to assume that Gojo's rank also is just a little bit above grade 1 too. But I would have to disagree with this and believe, even despite being 16 years old, that he's still a special grade at this age. And I say this because just even though he's 16, there are curse users and curses that fear him, and along with this, him just being able to use reverse curse technique speaks a lot for him, as it's incredibly difficult to use. Only Shoko, Yuta, Sukuna, and Kenjaku are seen able to use this ability, all due to special cases though. Shoko being a natural to it, as that's the only technique she knows, Yuta being able to use Rika's ability to unconditionally copy techniques, Sukuna being a curse, and Kenjaku having hundreds of years to learn the technique. And while you might say that reverse curse technique isn't really all that special, but I would have to disagree with that, because 99% of sorcerers die before ever learning it. So Gojo, despite having the 6 eyes, doesn't give you reverse curse technique, but it being able to use it at 16 is still pretty impressive. Reverse curse technique, although he may not have mastered it fully at this point to the level where Shoko and Yuta are able to use it to heal their limbs and heal other people of poison, as we've seen when Neoa is poisoned by Chozo and then healed by Yuta. Although Gojo isn't at this level yet, he is still able to utilize it at this point to put Limitless into overdrive, which he would normally not have been able to do because it would just have fried his brain due to the power of the technique, but with reverse curse technique, he is able to constantly heal his brain, preventing this outcome, which is seen as he's able to use red and purple, but to a normal person who isn't able to use a reverse curse technique, using this ability would have also damaged them along with their opponent. This is why Toji can be seen in a very terrified state when Gojo approaches him for the second time, because in his plan, Toji expected Gojo to be dead at this point. But of course, a miracle happened and Gojo has probably healed himself through reverse curse technique while he was laying on the ground, as he says to Toji that you should have cut off my head, implying that a counter to reverse curse technique is cutting off the head, which it is. But Toji didn't really account for the fact that this guy was going to learn reverse curse technique at the last possible moment on the brink of death. So Toji isn't dealing with the worn down Gojo anymore. He's actually dealing with healed Gojo. And although as seen, Toji is able to tank against red, but he isn't actually able to defend against purple, as Gojo managed to outwit Toji due to the fact that Toji decides to attack Gojo with the inverted curse spear on top of the chain weapon that he uses, which is very ineffective. As seen, Gojo just dodges it pretty easily, and the reason that is very difficult is because of the fact that it's a very slow weapon and is not really able to get to Gojo fast enough. He's able to dodge it pretty easily. As the Zenin clan had prior knowledge on how to counter red and blue, they didn't know that purple actually existed. Purple was a secret in the Gojo family, and ultimately Gojo used this to his advantage of his lack of knowledge to counter Toji and ultimately defeat him. All in all, Toji was never one to want to become the most powerful or most feared for that matter. His motive lied in wanting to make money for his gain, which is why he employed such a strategic plan of attack on Gojo instead of straight up confronting him. It was only when he deviated from this motive and allowed ego to get a hold of him was when he met his demise. Let me know what you guys think about Toji and his abilities and whether or not he actually is as strong as people make him out to be.